Plaintiff Sky Patterson says the defendant has been a close family friend for as long as she can remember, and she helped Sky throughout her pregnancy. Sky claims she loaned the defendant money to get away from her toxic ex, but she failed to repay, and then vandalized Sky's home. Defendant Aisha Lomax has known Sky since she was born, and she was excited to help Sky with her first child. Aisha claims after Sky gave her the money, she harassed Aisha at her job, and therefore she refuses to repay.
Start with you.
Okay, so a little back history of me and Aisha. She's been in my family for a really long time. She's a little older than me, so she was friends with my aunt. She grew up around my family very close. Throughout my pregnancy last year, I didn't have a vehicle, so she would like take me to and from my doctor's appointments. You know, she has children, so she would give me advice on, you know, just being a new mom and just basically advocating as, you know, an aunt to me. That's what I look at her as. So she was like, you know, in a toxic situation where, you know, I really didn't like it either. Things had gotten like really violent, the situation between them, and she was living with him. So I loaned her $2,500.
Okay, we'll get to the specifics. You give me some background.
Same thing with
She said you charged her for advice, $3,000. You gave her good advice about the children, gave her a couple of rides to the doctor, and you said that'll be $3,000. Go ahead.
Well, you know, Sky is right. I mean, I've been in a family way before Sky was even born. So, you know, things got toxic between me and her, and, you know.
How between you and her?
Well, basically.
Prior to the money issue?
Basically.
How? Before the money issue?
Oh, no,
said.
before the money issue, everything was always fine.
Okay, you never had a problem.
Yes, yeah,
okay.
we never had a fallout.
You want to talk about any other things that she said? You helped her as a
I have
young
two
lady?
children, yes. And, you know, she's a first-time mom, or not, and I was giving her guidance and things like that with the baby when she first had the baby and stuff.
So you charged her for advice, $3,000. So you gave her good advice about the children, gave her a couple of rides to the doctor, and you said that'll be $3,000.
Plaintiff Sky Patterson is suing her former friend because she claims after she loaned the defendant money, the defendant vandalized her home.
Tell me why you're suing her.
So I'm suing her because around January when things escalated, I had actually loaned her $2,500 so that she could get an apartment to get away from him because he was just like, you know, really psychotic. Like, you know, I didn't think that her and her children should have been in that. And as a friend, you know, as almost a niece to her, if I'm in the position to help you out, why not? So I loaned her $2,500. She told me that when she got her income tax refund, she would pay me back the money. I said, okay, that's cool. Months went by. This was in January when I loaned her the money. She told me by April she would have the money. April came, her tax got audited, so quote unquote. So I'm like, okay, you know, it's fine. You have a job, so just take your time paying me back. You know, I'm not in a rush.
That's a new one, audit. Go ahead. Most people say they don't get it back at all. The government took it for something else I owed to the government. But audit, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Wait, no, not audit.
So
nobody took the money, it's sitting there. Go ahead.
I don't know. Yeah. So months went by. You know, I told her, since you're working, you know, you can just pay me little by little. You know what I mean? So from April now to September, she hasn't given me $1. So now September, early September, I called her. I'm like, you know, hey, what's going on with the money? You know, like, you know, holidays are coming up. I have a kid too, you know. She's like, well, I don't have it and I don't know what to tell you.
But something's not making sense here. How could you loan a woman? I don't loan thousands of dollars. And I do all right.
That's true.
The most I will loan, and I don't loan, nobody's paying me back. So when they come to me for a loan, I need to borrow $2,000. Here, take $1,000. You don't have to pay me back. This is a gift. Now go somewhere else and get the rest. So that's about as much I'll do. I'm trying to think who I would give more than a couple thousand to. Not my brothers, not my niece. Yeah, I would her. Yeah, my 3 nieces. Those
Granddaughter.
Huh?
Granddaughter.
Oh my God.
give her 100 grand.
She got it all. I changed my trust, my wheels, and everything when she was born. All the kids, swear to God. I told them, y'all have, because she's like 3. I said, you all have 4 more years, the kids, the older kids, to come to me directly. After that, everybody has to go through her. Anything you want out of me? Granddad said, anything you want out of him, you had to come to me and ask. So she's running things. All right, and what do you say to the loan that she's alleging you failed to repay?
Well, I was eventually gonna pay her the money back, and I don't feel that I should pay her the money back, to be honest, because we got into it real bad. You know, she was very disrespectful, how she called my phone. She came up to my job.
About what?
But I mean, you don't come up to somebody's job with 2 other females. That's one thing. And it's like, you know, we're supposed to be family at the end of the day, and I feel like money shouldn't be the root of us really getting into it.
How many times did she ask and you failed to respond?
Multiple.
Did you ever fail to respond?
I mean,
You tell me about her failure to respond to your request.
Judge, I've asked her multiple times. You know, I didn't pressure the situation because I'm like, you know, I see you're getting
But did
back
she
on your
ever
feet.
fail to respond to
She
any
didn't
of
fail
your...
to respond, but she would push it off. Like, you know, she'd say, you know, I don't have it.
That
I'm
didn't have
working
to come
on
up
it.
to
I'm
anybody's
working on it."
job.
well, I mean, I know I wasn't. I know when she didn't hear from me for about like a good 3 weeks, because you know I didn't have the money, and
And
I
you
knew
didn't
that
respond
you know I
for
did
3 weeks?
Yes,
Is that the time? The 3rd week is when she came to your job?
that was.
Yes, it
After
was.
not hearing from you for 3 weeks?
Because I began.
You didn't get fired, did you? No, you didn't. You come with this You know I'm
Well, I was
psychic.
suspended, so I didn't have it paid for 14 days.
I am psychic. Start a hotline.
But I didn't get
1-800.
paid for 14 days though with the incident that happened at my job.
Pardon me?
I didn't get paid for 14 days because I got suspended
Your
with
Honor,
the incident that happened.
Do you know of her being suspended when she
That
came?
I don't know of, because after the incident, we didn't talk about her personal life. It was strictly about if you have my money or not. You know what I mean?
You see how she's
Yeah,
talking
you don't
about
have
my money.
any sympathy. Man, be quiet. You took $3,000 from this young lady and she can't afford it. Got a newborn.
But that's
And
not how you
Your
talk
Honor,
when you want somebody's money, though.
When I went to her job, I had no intentions of going there to physically get in an altercation with her. You know, I just figured maybe if she
Did
sees
you all
me
get in an
face-to-face-
altercation?
We didn't get into a physical altercation. Maybe verbal, yes, but no one hit each other. It was nothing like that.
Well, you're lucky she's not countersuing you because she would win. You can't go to a person's job. That is the height of harassment.
In January, when I loaned her the money, she told me by April she would have the money. April came, her tax got audited.
Yeah, that's a new one, audit. Go ahead. Most people say they don't get it back at all. The government took it for something else I owed to the
That's what
government. But audit, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Plaintiff Sky Patterson is suing her former friend because she claims after she loaned the defendant money, the defendant vandalized her home.
What are the damages? That's what I'm missing.
Okay, so when I called her back in September, this was after like I went to her job and everything, and I tried to like call her again on the phone to figure out, you know, what's going on with the money situation. That's when she told me, you came to my job, so I'm not giving you nothing at all. I left, I went to my mom's house. She texted me, she's like, I left some things at your house, I'm gonna go get it. I said, I don't think you have anything at my house, and you can't get anything without me being there. Nonetheless, I get home, there's a hole in my closet door, my back door is broken, and my like my living room window was like wide open, because I live like on a
How do
garden
you assume
level.
she did it?
When I called her now, I'm like, Aisha, did you just break into my house? She's like, I told you I left my stuff there. I said, okay, you know, it's fine. I'm gonna take this up with the police. Nothing was stolen.
What do you say to that, ma'am?
That's true.
All right, $3,100 is your judgment. She admits that she owes for the loan and for the property damage. There is no real defense if you did that and you say you did. So that's your judgment. But just caution to you loaning thousands of dollars and everybody else. In my opinion, unless you're making $100,000, don't loan anybody anything over $500.
I was just sympathetic at the time, Your Honor,
don't
because
be
she
anymore.
had
You
children.
saw how
Yeah.
much she has for you and your
Oh, I
newborn.
learned my lesson.
All
Trust
right,
me.
good luck to you. Have a good day.
You know, it's past a friendship at this point. It's more like family. You know what I mean? I don't have any bad blood towards Aisha. You know, I'm happy that the things will be repaired in my apartment. I still love her to death, her and her children. You know, I'm just more cautious now of what I do and how I help people.
You know, like I said, I always wanted to rekindle things with Sky, and I was wrong for doing what I did, you know, but I let my anger get the best of me, and I hope that, you know, after today we can get past this and move on with our relationship of what we had before, you know, and try to rekindle that.